Hey y'all, love lemon pepper? Well, let me show you how to do it fresh because the stuff that I'm gonna show you how to make is amazing. So much better than what you can buy, I promise. All right, y'all, here we go. Okay, so all you have to have, really, there are two ingredients, lemons and pepper. And I like to use fresh black peppercorns. I mean, if you, look, I'm not gonna be telling anybody they gotta do extra work or spend extra money. I do think this is a lot better if you use whole peppercorns and smack them yourself. But if you need to use already crushed black pepper for whatever reason, I'm not gonna fuss at you. All right, so I've got a couple tablespoons of black peppercorns, and I just throw them in a plastic bag. You can use a mortar and pestle. I have one, I actually like it, but if I'm doing a bunch of them, I like to use this because they escape. As soon as you start smacking on them, they run off. Oh, that's baby back there in the window, by the way. We have a truce. Baby's allowed the windowsill, and I work on this. Ooh, I may not make you listen to all this. That's loud and obnoxious, isn't it? I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll be back in a second. Aha, Boone just walked in, and that's why I'm not using the mortar and pestle. Because our mortar and pestle is not very deep, and it tends, the peppercorns tend to jump out as you're working. This way you can kind of keep them captured. And then, here's this, y'all, look at this. Here's something else you want to be mindful of. You can smack these until this is as fine as you want it, but there tends to be, you know, see how that bag has gotten beaten up? You get to the point where you have tiny, fine grains of black pepper starting to come through, right? Plus, when they're mashed or squashed or crushed or whatever you want to call it, to a kind of a coarse grain, I think the flavor is really exceptional. All right, so there we go. Now, I think one of the funny things, I've been making YouTube videos for years, for a long, long time, and you never quite know, you get an idea, but you never quite know which ideas are really gonna hit with people. And one of my most popular videos is how to zest a lemon. And that kind of cracks me up because I almost didn't shoot that video. Only reason I did is because either Ricky or Brent, two of my older boys, one of them said, "What are you talking about, lemon zest?" And I thought, here, I'll show you. Let me make a quick video. It's 3 minutes. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about when you're making lemon zest. This is a microplane grater. Okay, it's got these tiny, tiny, tiny grating edges. Let's see, do I have one handy? If you don't have that, oh, I did have a grater handy, but it doesn't have the thing I'm talking about. I have a bigger box grater somewhere, and you will have a very fine side to that. If you don't have this thing, you can use one of these if it's got a very fine grating side on it. Alternately, if you don't have that, you can use one of these. You see that? That doesn't show real well. I'm trying to get it to focus. It's not going to focus on that little. There are tiny little holes right here. You see them? No. You see those? No. How about now? Maybe? How about now? I'm just gonna quit. Trust me, there's little holes there.
Why would they have a grater? Like, why would they not have a grater, but they have that?
Because a lot of times people end up with stuff in their kitchen drawers and they have no idea what it is or where it came from. Trust me, it will happen to you, child. So if you have one of these, it's a lemon zester, and you use it by running it over your lemon like this. You see? You get lemon zest. Da, 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 da. I think that's kind of a pain. This is actually handier if you're making cocktails. It is. I tend not to fuss with cocktails very much. So this is all there is to zesting a lemon. I've done 1,000. Actually, there was a point in my life I thought I didn't like citrus zest, and it's because when I zested lemons, I did it wrong. Here is what I'm talking about. So you have the lemon skin, and I've actually forgotten the name for this white pithy stuff on the inside, except I know it's called pith, but there's another name for it. So this is what you're after, this hard yellow part. You notice I only took, that's it, and then you turn the citrus around. Why do we do that? Well, all the oils with all the citrus flavor are in that outer part. The inner part actually grows that way. It helps preserve the fruit from insect infestation, so it's incredibly bitter. So I think it's kind of, I was listening to a podcast, was it Savor? Was it Good Food? I can't remember. I am not the originator of that bit of knowledge. Anyway, one of those people, and those are excellent podcasts if you want to learn about food, by the way, one of them mentioned that, and also made the point that it's kind of funny that the flavorful part is on the outside and the bitter part is on the inside. You would think that'd be a little backwards as far as the protecting from insects. I don't know. Anyway, so here you go. That's what you're after, is a nice fat pile of lemon zest. Now I started with 2 tablespoons of peppercorn, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lemons. And listen, y'all can make this ratio however you want. That's the fun part about making some of these seasonings from scratch. If you want more lemon, use more lemons. If you want more pepper, guess what? This is your food. You do it your way. All right, guys, I'm just gonna, well, you see, this doesn't take long at all, but I'm not gonna make you watch me zest 6 more lemons. Oh, and after you have zested your lemons, by the way, don't toss them. However, don't wait too long to use the juice because they will dry out very quickly. You've now removed the protective outer shell of the lemon, and they will dry out and get kind of unusable real fast. So I am actually going to roast both chicken and cauliflower here with my homemade lemon pepper. That's gonna be my next couple videos, so I'm not gonna worry too much. But if you need to, zest your lemons, squeeze out the juice, throw the juice in the refrigerator until you can use it, or pour it in little ice cube trays, pop that in the freezer, and then you got tablespoons of lemon juice whenever you need it. Okay? All right, I'm gonna keep zesting. I'll be back in a minute. All right. I didn't realize I had those coffee canes. Sorry, I really do make an effort to clear the counters. It's just not always possible. Hi, Boone. You need a spoon? Boone's right here. He's trying to hide. All right, so I squashed our peppercorns. I have a good 2 tablespoons, probably a bit more, closer to 3, of our lemon zest. How much peppercorns we got there? I don't know. We started out with 2, a good 2 tablespoons. And no, I didn't measure anything. I'm going to roughly 50-50 on this mixture, but it doesn't have to be exact. Now, your lemon zest is damp, right? If you leave this the way it is, set it in a bowl, loosely cover it, not tight because you want to evaporate that lemon zest a little bit. It actually will dry out, and you can store this for a while in a cool, dry place. I wouldn't go long. I wouldn't go more than a few days, but you don't have to use it right away. So again, if you've got lemons you need to use up and get rid of, you can zest them, dry the zest, or make lemon pepper. Boone, you starting that coffee enough? Anyway, it buys you a few more days, especially if you stash the juice somewhere. Okie dokie. That's it. Let me tell you, I love lemons. Absolutely adore them. I like lemon pepper, but the commercial stuff, you know, it doesn't have the flavor that this does. We get a good... And then as I'm trying to get that, the sun goes behind a cloud. Great. Tell you what, y'all, I'll put this in a bowl and take a good picture of it so you'll have something to look at. That's all there is, though. How easy is that? It's pretty freaking easy. I mean, everybody's got to eat, so you might as well eat well, huh?
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching, and if you thought that video was helpful, do me a huge favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get a notification whenever I post a new video. And if you have a second, hop on over to Patreon and check out how to support my channel even more. Again, thanks for watching.